Take the Bangalore and get to the seawall!
When you start the first mission, D-Day, when you're coming off onto the shorelines, you want to make sure you keep your head down, especially if you're going to play on veteran. The reason is the computer has some amazing accuracy. If you don't keep your head down and you don't take cover, they will definitely pick you off, and you'll find yourself at the same frustrating checkpoint numerous times. So just keep that in mind when you're first starting off on this level. As the F&B to start off is nuts, first of all. But, you know, take cover, make sure you hide. I don't even think you don't even start with health packs. So if you're gonna try to take on this board on veteran difficulty, then you want to make sure that, like I said, you take some cover, you hide, make sure you're paying attention to what the AI is telling you. You know, follow their lead. Try to put some. There's really no point in covering fire, because as soon as you start shooting, every single AI enemy is going to shoot right back at you, and you're pretty much done. So that'll be a tip to get through here. It's a relatively short intro, but like I said, if you don't take cover, the AI they'll pick you off every time, and you'll be restarting over and over and over. So just when you get on there on veteran, take cover, pay attention to what's going on, and you'll make it up to the hill without.
Attack! Let's go! Push forward! Into the front! Hurry! That wound looks bad! Here, take this! Thanks, bud!
Another helpful piece of advice if you're going to play on veteran, you want to make sure that you're utilizing everything you have. And with that, I mean making sure that you're looking for those med packs. They're scattered all over the place to help you get through. You just need to make sure you're paying attention to them. You'll see them kind of glow. Definitely keep some of those things on you. Make sure you're reloaded. Make sure you're following the squad. Check your corners, because it's Call of Duty, and they've been doing the same thing for years, where it seems all clear, and then it turns out there's like 100 enemies pouring out of some little crevice. So take your time when you're going through some of these spaces where you can't see everything. And what I meant by utilizing everything you have, the smoke grenades are so handy in this one. In the previous Call of Duty games, I'm even thinking back to Call of Duty 4, even the big red one. The smoke grenades didn't really help, because they would just shoot you straight through the smoke. Somehow some guy, some sharpshooter on the AI side would pick you off. But in this one, I noticed that the smoke is actually really helpful. I think it was like that in Black Ops 2. That's what I kind of liked about that. You could throw smoke and it would actually create a little bit of disorientation, so you can maneuver around, change your position. So they give you that in this one. Even though it's on veteran, the smoke grenades do provide you a little bit of cover. So don't be afraid to use those. Don't forget that you have them, and make sure you use them when you're trying to reload, or if you're feeling like there's a lot of enemies around and you need to get through that. You just want to make sure that you have a couple of those, because they'll definitely save your ass.
Daniels, I need you and Zussman to take point and clear those bunkers. Go! Let's go! Move up!
Once you make it to the point to clear the bunker, you want to kind of take your time on there, kind of spread out a little bit from your team, because once you enter that building, there's a few guys in there, and there's two different doors. So whichever door you decide to go in, the guys are going to try to surprise you from, of course, the opposite door. So go in, take your time. I went in through the right side, and then my teammates came in to back me up there. And then once you go inside, there's going to be a few guys in there. So take your time. At first, they're not paying attention to you. They're still looking out the window. But they will turn around and open fire like you wouldn't believe. And then there's going to be a couple other guys in an adjacent room. And if you're not paying attention, the next thing you'll see are two things. One, the screen is going to say you're hurt, use a health pack. And the next screen is going to say you died. So watch out for that.
First one down! This one's clear. Let's move! Let's go! MGs are still sweeping the beach! We gotta take them out! You alright? We gotta get to the bunker!
And you'll have to excuse me here. On some of the levels, you'll see me kind of going slow. It's just because I'm a huge fan of these games, so I like to kind of explore and take a look at some of the graphics. Like looking at some of the wooden beams on here, I was like, seriously looking at the details that they put in. And I've been playing war games for a long time, so it's just awesome to see how much more detail each installment gets. It's insane, man. It's insane. So you'll have to excuse that, but I just happen to like the graphics. And in this part of the bunker with the guys behind the wall with the machine gun, this again is another one of those times where the smoke grenades really do come in handy. But as you can see, they're still somehow, some way knowing exactly where to shoot, and that was a horrible grenade throw. I know. I'm the same way in the multiplayer. I haven't been able to pick off like the proper trajectories for the grenades. In like Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops, dude, I will Tom Brady you with a grenade. I will hit you from across the board with one. For some reason in this one, I am not as accurate as I used to be. Maybe it's because I'm getting old. Who knows? But it's still fun.
Advancing! I'm taking a shot! Lobbing a grenade! Tossing a smoke! First aid!
And you'll notice on some of the benches and tables, like you see, look at how the AI just ran past my guy. He almost killed me. You got to be ready for that stuff. Do not, if you haven't learned anything from Call of Duty, do not count 100% on your teammates. You'll have that two scene where one is telling you to get the cover because you're hurt, and the next scene you're dead, and while you're dying, you'll see your teammate finally shoot back at the guy who somehow made it across the room to kill you. So don't rely, especially on veteran, do not rely solely on your teammates to give you cover. They have their own missions or something. And definitely try to stay close to the guy, Zussman, I believe it is, that's holding on to the health packs, because you're going to need him. You want him to stay as close to you as possible. There's going to be a few times where he gets a little too far away, or you're going to have one of those issues where you're trying to find cover so you can heal, and the AI is just gonna they're gonna get you. So try to keep Zussman close to you so that you can keep those health packs by. The ammo guy I don't really worry about so much because I'm really used to just grabbing enemy guns off the ground. I'm always trying out different guns, especially guns that I like in multiplayer, so I'm always looking for that kind of stuff. But you want to keep Zussman close to you.
I'm going in! Careful!
Ich habe hier eine Feindformation.
Throw the grenade! Looking for!
Another thing you want to keep in mind is the AI is it's almost like you're in. If it was multiplayer, you would be in hardcore mode, as in you can get shot a couple of times and die, and they're in core mode where it could take half a clip to put them down. So watch out for that. Some of the guys, I don't know why they do that to you, but that is the most frustrating thing in veteran mode, is that it takes a few rounds before you can put one of these guys down in most cases. And another thing to keep an eye out for, most of the enemy AI has fucking last stand. You'll think he's down and, you know, he's just dying a slow, horrible death. You'll get too close and he'll pull out a pistol and just unload on you. So watch out for those guys that they're doing that fake dying. You'll probably see some of those up here shortly where you think, oh yeah, he's done. Let me look at the next guy, and then you get shot from the guy that you thought was down.
First aid kit ready when you are! Enemy's moving! Advancing! He's down! I need that aid kit! Catch! Moving in from the southeast by the mortar! Advancing!
Another veteran tip to keep in mind throughout the game is that, and it's something that the guys that actually, all the teams in Call of Duty they seem to have been very consistent about, is the standoffs. If you don't rush into the objective, and I don't mean rush as in just go crazy and think you're not going to die. On veteran, your ass is going to die. But I mean as in get to the objective or the checkpoint soon enough. The AI will stand off with you, and they just keep coming. There's some kind of algorithm or something to where if you don't make it to a certain spot, the AI just keeps coming. Like, you'll never clear them out. It'll never go dead quiet. So keep that in mind. Try to find a good way to get to the next checkpoint, and just don't stand there and stand off. You'll run out of bullets, and then they'll just come after you. They'll, like, the whole damn game AI will come after you.
All right, Sussman, one more. We got this thing. Lob it a grenade. He's leaving cover.
And when you get to this point of the bunker, you're gonna see a bunch of guys run out the door, as you see there. What you really want to pay attention to, make sure you got some health, but watch out for the guys up top. Those are the guys that are going to keep putting you back at the checkpoint. I didn't notice them at first. So when I restarted the checkpoint, the first thing I did, I looked up. And that's where you notice there's a couple of guys up there. And they're, of course, AI with sharpshooter capabilities. So that's like a retail rule. If you ever worked in retail, they always say the customers never look up. That's where all the stuff that's on sale is up high. So make sure you look up in this game. There's always some guys standing up high ready to knock you off here. And when you get to this scene, this is actually a pretty good scene here where the guy comes in. The first time I screwed up. I was trying to eat some Doritos or something, and like being a dumbass, because I thought that was it when you knock him off. But then when I saw he stabbed your buddy, then you have to line up the marker and stop him from stabbing you. But I thought it was a really cool scene if he does get you, like the way the whole scene ends, you see him running off and stuff, like he's like cold-blooded. But it's a pretty badass scene. Some interaction going on there, and then you just clobber him across the head and save yourself.
We're gonna get you out of here. Stay with me. We've got to get over to that CCP. On your left. We gotta take cover! How many? So many! Shit! We're clear! Come on! You call that fucking clear? Hang in there! Keep your head down! Did you get him? They keep coming! Watch out! He's down! Let's move! We gotta move! I got you! Fuck! We can get down here! I got you! Stay down! Oh man, I'm bleeding out! Just keep pressure on it! Almost there! Come on up here! Move! Move! Okay, stay with me. Medic! I need morphine! You gotta hang on. Those girls in Paris are waiting for you. Really? Of course they are. How about another look at your girl? You kidding me? It's okay. I can't see shit. I'm just gonna rest right here. No. You have to stay awake. Hey, Daniels, I'm here. Help me. I need a goddamn medic! I got this! Go! You'll take care of him. I need you with me, Daniels. Listen up! There's a GPF cannon by the farmhouse up the road. It's tearing up the beach. Let's move! We'll come back for you. Check your ammo and grenades.
And once you get to the part where you have to destroy the artillery up at the barnyard, definitely make sure you have somebody close by. You want to make sure you got those health packs. Is going to be a little bit difficult on veteran because there's so many guys there. I mean, like as soon as you turn the corner, they're just going to start shooting at you from the barnyard. And again, they have sharpshooter abilities. Every shot you take puts you closer to death. You know, you're not going to take 2 or 3 shots like you would in a normal game. One shot and you're almost done. Sometimes they get you with one shot, so you want to make sure you take cover. When you get by this car here to get cover and knock these guys off, get away from the car because they're going to shoot at the car and the car blows up. So you want to make sure you're not too close to that vehicle. As you can see here, it's already on fire, but I found out the hard way. I'm sitting there trying to fight these guys and boom, I was dead.
Inbound!
Another thing are the mementos. on my walkthrough, it was more about trying to get through veteran as quick as I could. Like I said, I did this overnight in between work and an angry ass girlfriend. So I wasn't even really paying attention to the mementos until I want to say like the last level when you're in that tower. I grabbed a few of them there, and that's when I was like, oh, so now obviously I'm gonna have to play it again and see if I can grab 100%. The same thing with the heroic deeds. I was just like, no, gotta get through. But there's some walkthroughs. I want to say either GameFAQs or IGN or a wiki. I'll find out exactly and make sure that you guys have a link, and I'll put it in the description. But they show you this is a really good walkthrough. I actually skimmed through it, and it tells you where all the mementos are. So if you're looking for that 100% achievement type thing, I'll make sure that you have a link to what I thought was a good description of how to find all of the mementos and the heroic deeds.
Can't let them retake the cannon!
Hold the position! Nobody gets through! Incoming!
Here they come! Open fire! Someone get on the MG!
Now, once you go inside the barn, you want to make sure you grab that health pack on the second floor. You'll see it as soon as you come up, and there's usually a guy up there. If you're going to play this one on veteran, I would suggest not getting on the machine gun, because they'll tell you, you'll hear the guys, oh, get on the MG. Don't do that on this. On veteran, they will clear you out, dude. As soon as you get on that gun and you shoot one guy, they'll clear you out. So what I did was kept a little bit of space and had my rifle, so I kind of try to stay away from the windows, and they were still picking me off from there. So getting on the machine gun is probably not going to be the best idea at this point. Once you clear out the area, you'll be able to clear some guys out with throw a couple of grenades, try to pick off some guys like the close shooters. That's always a good rule of thumb. Try to pick off the guys closest to you shooting. And I let the AI, the team AI, get on the machine gun, because obviously they can take a few shots. You, however, cannot. So just keep that in mind. This one, you can only get shot so many times. So once you get on that machine gun, you're kind of stationary, and same rules apply. By the time you get hit and you see the caption saying to use a health pack, you're done. And you won't be able to unmount from or dismount from the machine gun in time. They're gonna, as soon as you dismount, somebody's gonna shoot you in the head. Like you're not gonna make it. So keep some space from the windows, stay out of their line of sight, and fight them off. You'll clear them out. You'll see.
Daniels! Thermite! Fire in the hole! Good work, Daniels. All right, fellas, rally on me to the assembly point.
Let's go!
Got ammo for you, Private. Pearson! I'll need a casualty report. We lost so many.
When we took the beach.
Paid a damn high price. Daniels.
Man, I thought I'd seen everything.
He gonna be all right?
Yeah, he taped them up pretty good.
Should have stayed on the boat.
Oh, now he tells us.
Hey, what you did back there, I owe you.
I'd say we're even.
We'll see this through.
To the end?
To the end.
Beachhead secured. We'll bivouac at the second hedgerow after the ridge.
Welcome to the Bloody First. You're a long way from Texas, farm boy.
None of us could have prepared for that. But you came through when it counted.
Thanks, sir.
You'll be all right, son.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Of course I will. I don't know who the hell decided this was the best way to reach.
And you see here at the at the ending where it says 2 out of 2 heroic actions performed. I didn't even know what the hell they were. I just did whatever I could while I was playing. So again, I'm gonna have to go back so I can get into detail in this game before Black Ops 4 drops. I want to make sure that I just want to see what's going on here. Go back and find mementos and all of that. Again, this is just a quick and dirty run through of how to get through, or at least what helped me out to get through on veteran level.